I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.
Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. And like the intro says, I've got one that can see. And what I'm seeing today is a storm that's behaving in a way I have never seen a hurricane do. Okay? Now, we all know that this hurricane came from like Cancun, the peninsula that's off the screen down here, traveled all the way and hit Florida from morning to evening time, come right up through Georgia and South Carolina, across North Carolina, spun across through Kentucky, and is over in eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee. And it's literally crossing the Mississippi River. You see the Mississippi comes down right through here, of course. Okay. And what is amazing to me is how much spin it still has and how much strength it still has. If I come over here, you can see a little bit different kind of map. It's not in motion, but you can see, well, that really isn't the best map either. But it's got rain bands that are coming way down here off the coast of Florida still. They aren't showing up on this map here. I could pull them up, but then there's still tornado warnings like here, 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 and here. So part of the hurricane is still hanging off the coast, east coast, the tail, what I call the tail of the serpent. And then the rest of the storm is stretched all the way up. Okay, here's the Great Lakes. Here in a little bit, it's going to be bumping up against the Great Lakes. It's very, very close already. And if we looked at the clouds on this, it probably already is. Let me look back over here on this one. Yeah, of course, the clouds are over the Great Lakes up there, the lower parts of them. And all the way across the Mississippi and still spinning like crazy. Let me see here. Let me use this one, I guess. So these are the Appalachian Mountains right through here. So that's why those are clearing out first, is because they're sticking up the highest. It's easy to see right here. But it crossed the Appalachians and it's still cooking. I don't know exactly what is going on here, because hurricanes don't supposed to do this. Okay. This is not how they behave. I've lived in South Carolina a large portion of my life. I was born here and I'm here right now. And the storm was very strange when it came through, but now it's doubled back, kind of like what they said it was going to go back, which we thought was weird, but it's doubled back and it's literally crossed the Mississippi now. Now, what they call the censored still, maybe more over in the Tennessee, Kentucky area, the western part of it. But the storm and the rains have crossed the Mississippi. What is this thing going to do? Is it going to loop back down and go into Gulf again? I mean, there's enough energy left here. If it kept moving, it could end up in the Gulf again if it continues this loop it's doing. I don't know. Maybe I just take everything too serious these days. But at the same time, I also know that they have the ability to manipulate weather. I think it was President Eisenhower that gave the speech about when you control the weather, you control the world. Was that Eisenhower? Maybe. Just look at the spin that it still has. I don't know. Y'all guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments, if this is just totally normal or not. I mean, this storm is almost the size of half of the United States now, and still spinning tornadoes, and still pulling moisture all the way from down in the Gulf. See this train of clouds coming through here? Right here and right here. It's still pulling it across Florida. Pulling all this moisture out of the Gulf and still spinning, and still pulling moisture out of the Gulf. This is the gasoline, you might say, that it's pulling up. And it is. They've got a heat advisory in Florida today. I mean, it's like 90, 100 degrees down there all of a sudden. And this wind is still blowing really strong and pulling that hot air up here. Sorry about that. Somebody around here likes loud mufflers. But it's pulling all this heat and wrapping it around into the storm. It's hot here in South Carolina. And they got a heat advisory in Florida. I don't know. I guess I just pay attention too much, I guess. I want to look a little closer at this area right here. Look at how the storms are still cooking up. All these high clouds, this is all pouring rain, guys. All this is rain. And I mean, it don't really look like, to me, it's dissipating. Look how it's spreading down here heading south. It's looking like it's going to loop back around and go back out in the Gulf again. If that happens, well, you heard it here first. But I'll fall out my chair. It's like mesmerizing to look at. It's like, where is it getting this energy to do this? I guess it's the heat, like I was saying, that it's pulling in out off the ocean and out of the Gulf still. I mean, it's still got pretty major power. Here's all the rain way over here. See, here's Texas. And it's moving down this way now. It ain't got too far to go before it'll go jump back in the ocean down here in the Gulf. I mean, it's made it all of this way. Would it be that surprising if it went back and completed the circle and went back into the Gulf, gained some more strength and crossed Florida and come around and hit us again? And of course, you know what they would say. Oh, it's such a severe storm because of climate change. Yeah, sure it is. Anyways, guys, put your comments below what you think, because I really, truly want to know what you think. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. We question things. We analyze things. We try to make logic out of things that don't make no sense. I love you. Talk to you later.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.